Hey guys, what is up? I am Devildriven. It's Monday. It's ladder leverage day. It's been a minute, but we got him back. Mr. Green Knight. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
What's up, guys? It's good to be back.
We're super happy to have you back, and you brought something different, something you guys might have seen, but you might not have. And if you're a Northern Realms fan, I think you're really gonna enjoy this. Pincer maneuver Draug is a thing. It's not a meme.
Definitely not a meme.
um, we had some good games with this. I really enjoyed it. Going through the cards, we got tactical advantage. Is there any consideration for playing the engineer solution, or no? You should just play tactical advantage.
Engineering solution does have some niche uses where it could be better. I think, generally speaking, though, you would need to be playing a deck which capitalizes on the shield a little bit more, right? Like a King Rogner deck, or maybe a War Elephant or something like that. It can be useful just to protect engines, though. That would probably be the other scenario, more common scenario where it could just be good. It could be good on the Archer. We do run an Archer, but I think for this deck, probably just want the points more often than not.
Right. So going through the cards, Draug, if you don't have it, you can pull it with your leader. You have to keep an eye on your hand to see which cards you're going to want to be playing melee and ranged. If it seems like the more of the cards are going to be going melee, try to save room for your humans on that row, because there are a couple like machines and stuff to where they can get in the way of your, revenant spawns. So be wary of that. Just keep an eye on your hand, and you'll be good to go. It's fun to see this card, and when you get the train rolling on it, it's frustrating if they don't have the answer for it. Falibor, pretty easy to set up. There's a decent amount of damage in this deck, so you shouldn't have any issues getting that up and going. Now, Queen Adalia, what are your primary targets for it? You said the caravan, correct?
Yeah. So she's unique to this deck because she's not usually needed in other decks so much, because she can just help you have a more. She helps you bring synergy to decks, right? And with the bonded abilities as well. But you could also see her in decks like that we're trying to do a particular specific strategy. She's that kind of card. And in this deck, we're just trying to get as many humans on the board as possible, right? And to capitalize on the Vanguard's bonded ability. So if you use her on the caravan, and then play the caravan following up, then you're gonna get 5 humans in 2 turns, as well as playing for 18 points, which is not bad. So she just gives that extra layer of consistency with regards to having enough humans for your Draug.
Yeah, and I mean, like when you play the second one, the first one you play, it jumps up to a 6. So I mean that next card plays for 9, which is pretty good. I mean that's pretty awesome. If you're playing Falipor, you're playing Philippa almost. It's pretty much guaranteed. Ridea. Ridea, if you're gonna play her, most of the time you're gonna play her on melee for the on-say finisher, right? If you're last say, I mean that's just it's too good. But there's other scenarios.
There's a lot of. Again, you have to be very mindful of which row you're building for your Draug, and generally speaking, once you decide which row you're going in, try to stick with it. There are scenarios where you will actually change your mind and switch, but generally speaking, you want to try and plan ahead. Ridea is also a card which you might think, do I want to go range? Do I want to go melee? If you just really need to duel something, then play a melee, but quite often your Draug row will be ranged. I think there's more cards that like to go ranged than melee, generally speaking.
Right. And then
so
where would you say that you want to stop with your development of your humans and play the Draug? 5 or 6? That's
I think the optimal amount of humans to transform is actually 1, right? If you imagine you play 1 human and then you play Draug, and then just every turn you just chain that single revenant and you fill up the whole row. But that's not gonna happen because your opponent's probably gonna destroy that revenant, right? So I think realistically the sweet spot is going to be 4 or 5, right?
Yeah.
That means that if your opponent is able to answer 2 or 3 of them, you should still be able to get quite a few chains going.
It's almost like having mulligans on the board. It's like, all right, well, you killed this one, but I still got 4 more. So that's what I was curious too, because it seems like, you know, you don't want to have a full board or your full row and play the thing, but you know, I think that's a good question, and you know, especially for a lot of newer people, because we've had a lot of newer people watching my stuff. Yeah. Thank you so much. But,
4 or 5's a nice medium. If you're against a deck that doesn't have much control, then you could try 3, and if you're against a deck that has a lot of control, you might want to try something like 6.
Right. Yeah. So just get a feel for the matchup, and you'll go from there. Bloody Baron, I mean, there's going to be some tall cards. You know, you can. It's almost always going to play for 10. Once again, you know, feel out your matchup. If you think you can play it ranged and it'll live and not get damaged, if, like you said, if it's a greedy deck, you know, you might be able to get some bleed value out of it if you play it, say, second to last turn or something like that.
Definitely. Yeah.
On Says, it pairs up really nice with Redea, but once again, you know, as Mr. Knight said, you know, be wary on which row you're going to be playing your Draug. So if you're going to play Redea on the ranged row, you might not get nothing that's centered. Well, you really won't. Well, you might get the boost in hand, and you can boost on Says. That's a possibility.
And the truth is like, it's not always going to work out perfectly. Sometimes you are going to have to sacrifice playing a human in your Draug row just to get the desired effect, right? So yeah, try and think ahead and just try to maximize your chances without getting yourself in trouble, if that makes sense.
Right. A nice little combo if you're a good player and drew everything you need. You can go Stennis in hand, boost by 4, and then play Visigoid and nuke for a pretty good amount. It's a cute little combo. You just play him on melee after you've boosted what you can with Stennis, and that works out pretty well. Everybody's playing Redea, so Vincent's pretty good. I mean, you play it, you knock down an 8 to a 1. That's pretty decent in my book.
Yeah, I mean, these are just staple cards we've seen in some other NR decks, but Vincent and Visigoid, they're also useful because they can quite often help you get some extra Revenant kills.
Right.
And Stennis, of course, synergizing with Ansace.
Yeah, that too. Plus 2, it sets up your Revenants, like you said. It's just a nice. It's the Peter of Northern Realms. It's just a really good card.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Sabrina. Now, this is after you get your Revenants rolling. You play this, and then you just get it. Yeah,
in some matchups she's crazy, and then other matchups she's pretty underwhelming. But she's almost always decent, right? Because she comes out at 1 strength, which is just food for a Revenant immediately, and then she'll quite often, the damage she inflicts will allow you to get another Revenant kill after that as well. So it's almost like Lacerate with extra points attached to it, and it's also cheaper than a Lacerate.
Right, yeah, she only got to hit 3 units to get her provisions, and then, I mean, if you hit the Sabrina with your Revenant, you already got your provisions back, even if it was an empty bro. Exactly. So it works out. Caravan, we mentioned, it spawns with Adalia, is pretty good. Siege Tower, probably like a round 2 pass player, just a proactive play if it seems like, you know, you don't have nothing to play.
Doesn't synergize with the deck, although it is a naturally boosted unit, because obviously they actually help your Visigoid a little bit, but it's just a solid 5 provision card. Even though it's not a human, it's still pretty good.
Right. Archer, you can pair the armor with the Troubadour. The Troubadour also can pair up with the Knight, and the Iron Falcon Infantry.
It's an interesting card. I mean, okay, these might not be the absolute best 4 provision cards in the game, but they're also not bad. If you get your Troubadour Iron Falcon combo, then you play a 4 for 4, and then your Iron Falcon Infantry it's almost comparable to a hound from Syndicate or something, right? It's going to go to, it's growing every turn. It's got armor attached to it. It's kind of awkward to deal with,
Right.
which is not bad, just from 2/4 provision cards.
And then you said if it seems like you're getting bled and you have no way to like use the Troubadour for its max value, you know, on a infantry or Stennis or a knight, you mulligan this card away.
Yeah, so you quite often mulligan these cards, like the Scytheman as well. You just have to be
good player. Draw good cards.
Yeah. That's the best tip I could give to someone, is just draw your good cards and you'll probably be okay. But yeah, I think having some situational bronzes is okay, right?
Yeah. Now, I mean, the rest of the cards are just you're fishing for your good cards. When you're playing Pincer, you want to get your gold cards in hand so that the gold cards you didn't draw, you could synergize them with your thing. So you're pretty much always going to mulligan away your weakest bronze cards. So,
and that's because we're playing Pincer maneuver as well, right? Like, the more weak cards you put in the deck, the more space you have for good cards, and that means that your leader is always going to be, or should always be, valuable, right? If you draw all of your golds, then Pincer if you play lots of thinning cards, then Pincer maneuver is not going to be that useful, right?
Now, will this list be on the meta snapshot, do you think, or is
this list should be on the meta snapshot that goes live today? So check that out, guys.
Yeah, definitely check that out. And then Wasubi wanted me to ask you, Green Knight, when is the stream?
Oh, Wasubi threw the spanner into the works. I mean, I've been saying it for ages.
He really didn't, but I know he asks you all the time, when are you going to stream, man? I think you're very knowledgeable. I think you're a good representative of the Gwent competitive scene, and I just... I think that the things that you build help shape the meta, so I just feel like I'd like to see you on the Twitch here soon. So
it'll happen, no doubt. It'll happen. I really can't give a date right now, especially with I intended to start streaming last year, but I just for various different reasons I didn't get around to doing it. But now that we're in season 2, I'm definitely going to have to put the idea on hold just for a little bit, just to see how that goes. And but yeah, there definitely should be some streams happening in the future.
Any more, it's turned into like release the Snyder cut. We want the Green Knight stream. I just think you're a great player, man. I just would like to see you on some TV, but. Thank you for recording with me, sir. Like always, guys, check out teamleviathangamingtlg.com/meta. New updated meta report. It's probably like 11.2 or something like that, but definitely check that out. The deck will be on the site. I know a lot of people ask me to put the deck in the comments. Go over to the website, give them guys some clicks, and import it from there. The link to the deck or the website's always in the comments or in the description for the ladder leverage videos. So just make 2 more clicks, the deck will be there for you guys. Thank you for watching. Here's a couple of names of me and Mr. Knight. We'll see you at the end. Hey, it's a mirror.
Okay.
And they got the blue coin though. That's bad, huh?
I mean, it should be fine. Another NR mirror.
So we're dropping the sergeant.
Yeah, we can kick the sergeant, and then yeah, we'd probably kick the troubadour now because I think it looks fairly useless in this time. Okay. So I don't know if this is going to be an exact mirror, or maybe he's playing Siege, maybe he's playing a mid-range, maybe he's also playing Draug. Okay, so that tells me that he's probably not playing Draug.
So we just start with the guard, right? Range?
So we can play the guard, or we could just play our engine immediately.
He's probably playing archers.
I think we just play the engine immediately because if we play the Radvid guard, he doesn't have to kill it. He can just deal a small amount of damage to it, and that'll prevent it from giving any armor, right?
Right.
So we may as well just get the engine down and not waste any time with it. So I've not if.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Piercing. So this is for sure Radea. For sure Radea.
Most yeah, almost definitely, and it's almost definitely just a mid-range deck as well. Although it could be Siege.
You know what it is, dude? It's Ocean Mud's list.
Oh, I didn't see that.
How much you want to bet?
Not much. Not much. I would not want to put a bet on that.
I can really see this being Ocean Mud's list.
It sounds like a losing bet, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think we just play the guard, most likely.
I think we gotta win this round one, or we're just gonna get cooked for the Scorch show.
Oh, right. You think it's gonna be like no unit?
Yeah. Yeah, Spears and Epidemic and...
Okay. I mean, a no unit deck should, in theory, be a problem for this deck because we have a lot of damage.
Yep.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Okay. You called it, and
we have to win this round, flat out, or we're getting cooked.
I agree. We'll lose to a no unit deck in the long run.
So we go Ballista.
Just trying to take a minute to think how best to do this, and cards that we can play around and whatnot. I think we play Ballista, right? Because if we can win the round, we'd like to save as many of the proactive cards as possible, right?
Yeah.
Also, we might... You probably TA it, but...
Yep.
Okay, so he plays Matter.
So maybe it's...
Do not make me
Okay.
beg.
Maybe it's not. I think it is, though.
With a Thunder and a...
Piercing Missile.
Also, if it's a no unit deck, it'd play Scorch, right? And how would you reliably get your Scorch and stuff? Like, Matter makes sense with that, right?
Yep.
Part of me wants to just take the ping here with the Ballista and just Falibor immediately, right? So that we get that pressure on him straight away. Because even if it's not the no unit deck that we suspect that it is, I still think this is not terrible. We're basically saying you're not getting out of this round for free.
Right. And Sabrina's going to be a negative point play because I'm pretty sure that's what this is, man.
So does Ocean Mud's deck play the Evelyn?
I don't think it has these two cards. He plays it the last time, because I actually played him not too long ago, and he was playing it with Commandos.
Okay.
And like Pavetta and stuff. Blue Stripes. So we go Elite now?
So we could play Elite into the Fog. I'm not sure if that actually makes sense though.
No.
It keeps us ahead for the time being. But it's kind of like it's not going to keep us ahead for long, right?
Let's just play it.
Let's just do it anyway. Let's play it in the Fog because I think he might have a Bloody Baron anyway, right? So if he has a Bloody Baron anyway, this is like one of the best Bloody Baron targets for him. So if the Elite gets reset by damage, then that's good for us because it means his Baron will be almost useless. At least in this round.
This is stressful.
And he can't actually pass right now. So we blocked him from passing without actually spending a good card.
We can even play the Kedwini and buff up the Falibor to keep it on par. It's a 50-50, but two 50-50s. Oh, shit.
So he spends his own Falibor. And now it resets. This is looking. This is not. This is now. You said that Ocean Mud didn't play the Avalak and the Matter.
I don't believe
It's now starting to look to me like this is what. Yeah. No, it's starting to look like one of the old Siege decks. Except he's just put in some removal 5 provision cards. Okay. That's what I think it is. I don't think this is a no unit deck, and I think we actually traded really well here. We traded Falibor for Avalak and Falibor, and we forced him to play Matter round 1. I think it's fine to pass here because if you play the Sergeant, then he just passes, right?
Yeah.
So let's just hope that it's not. Let's hope that it's not a no unit deck that cooks us.
We got to find out what this card is, right here. It's the 5th card. All right. So
okay, so
I
think we can kick the Sergeant, right? We have Stennis in hand, so any usefulness from the boosts are kind of made a little bit less useful, right? Now we could kick the PFI or we could kick the Troubadour. It's kind of up to you. There's arguments for both. Probably, yeah, PFI. I like that.
Because we could put the armor still on Stennis.
We could put the armor onto Ansace, or we could put it onto the Caravan, right? Just to try and protect those so that we get the Draug.
So we just take.
Yeah, that. We take the Troubadour, which is like a little bit of carryover,
and
protects it.
We put it on the Caravan.
I think we put it on the Caravan, yep.
I'm nervous, man. I'm not gonna lie. I smell shenanigans.
I mean,
we'll see. So we're gonna drop the Enchantress and probably that. Oh, jeez. What do we got left in the deck? Bunch of good stuff. We don't.
A lot of gold. Okay, so let's think for a second here. I think Enchantress is
pretty weak.
Yep.
That for sure.
And that's really bad, so we kick that. Okay, with Visigoth, and now I think we kick the PFI probably.
Yeah, because Bloody Baron wasn't played.
So we just kick the PFI. Okay, so we drew most of our stuff. We can play Leader for Draug. What did we actually miss? We missed Adalia, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So what do we start with? Just test the waters with the tower, huh?
Yeah, because I think the only way we'd ever get a crew pocket is if we place it between 2 soldiers, and
that's just going to mess up our Draug row.
That's going to mess up our Draug row, exactly. So I think we just slam this in the melee row. I like that.
And spear.
Okay. Please, don't be a no unit friend.
Oh boy. No.
Like,
okay, all right. That it's for sure no unit. All right.
And this is kind of the read that we made in round 1, right? After we saw the Avalak, the Falibor, and the Matter, it really started to look like it's not going to be full no unit deck, which is good. It's good news.
So
because okay.
So where do we go with it? We don't want to play these, right? Not yet.
No.
Do we just play the Redea now?
I think we just play our Caravan range row.
From white sands to
right? Because then we develop the armor onto the board before he can even think about playing as Philippa. The drawback to this play is it tells him early on that, like, if a good player would make the read like immediately that we're playing a Draug deck at this point, right?
Right. Oh. So he's just going with the 3.
I'm not sure how much sense this makes. Like, it wasn't that good, right?
So we go... Do we save it with...
Not just yet, I don't think.
Do we take the... No, the Philippa's horrible there.
Think we play Redea here. I think we play Redea and we play a ranged row.
Here, please.
Take the lamp?
Must it
Okay.
come?
Or do we take the damage?
These we kind of low rolled these options. We take the dagger. We take the dagger.
Don't spend it though, right?
Don't spend it. Yeah, that's right. So the lamp is 5 points. The dagger is 3, right? The lamp.
Oof.
I mean, maybe it's optimistic to try and get.
We're fine with that growing all day though. That's a bloody baron.
Long live
Easy.
eccentric.
Exactly.
That's a 1 point play. 1, 2, 3.
One issue though is the armor. The armor makes our Philippa awkward. We could honestly duel it with Ansace.
Is it worth?
Might not be worth it. It's hard to say.
It's gonna hit this. Puts it down to a 6.
We can play Bloody Baron ranged row maybe, but that's a little bit greedy. It's very difficult to decide what to do here, actually. Let's try the Baron range row. Like, this isn't horrible, I don't think. Let me just wait. See what he wants to do. So he might go. If he's got both in hand, he could go Redea and then leader with Ansace to kill the Baron. Or he could play Ansace and Stennis if he runs Stennis.
I think he's a roach friend. Really, he's gonna reset that. But we could just damage it, right? We damage it to 4. We can kill it with with Philippa. We reset this. Damage it, make it a 4, and hit it with Philippa. Right?
Could do that, or we could play Ansace and Stennis in the same turn. I'm not sure which is better. It's up to you.
Let's do it. So we reset this. Hit this. And Philippa.
Range row if we could.
Oh, I forgot. And I didn't hit the armor.
That's fine. Okay, so we avoided the armor. That's nice.
Everything else got to go range, though. Well,
sometimes it's hard to make these decisions in co-ops.
Right.
I think we did okay. Because it's not just about making the right decision; it's about managing your time as well, right? I played this deck with Quill and Lance. I think it was just over a week ago, and we ran into some trouble there as well. We would be like, "Oh, is this the play? Is this the play?" And then all of a sudden, he's got no time to actually do anything.
So we go Stennis ranged.
Yeah, Stennis ranged I like a lot, and maybe we leader it actually.
Okay.
So we leader it and grab the Draug.
This is priceless.
And then we could also play... We could play the Draug now, actually. Yeah, I think I like playing the Draug here. Because it's a bit risky to try and play Visigoth and say
We got a
Range
decent Kodak target too. We could just hit that for Vincent.
Yep.
That works.
Like, all of the cards in our hand can help set up Revenant kills here.
And he used Philippa and Falibor, so how does he remove these?
Yeah, he might be able to kill one or two of them, but
Heat
I'm not
Wave.
sure. Okay, so Heat Wave.
That doesn't seem very good at all.
No.
Or do we take...
Question
do we
is...
take our Visigoth now?
So how much health is that Radovid's Royal Guard at?
3.
3. We could I think we just take the Vincent here.
Might not like it. You
And
sure
we use the
shit
2,
need
right?
me.
Save
Yeah.
the other 2.
And we save the other two.
Retreat! We hide! Someone to defend!
I mean, worst case scenario, we just duel it with Ansace, you know? It hits Draug. That might make his Vincent, if he's playing it, a little bit awkward. What's his last play? His play is Draug. He's a Draug friend.
Ah, but he's a little bit late to the party.
Ansace. So he kills the... He kills the 8 with Redea.
God! A duel! To a duel I challenge thee!
Okay.
To fear, there is nothing.
Alright.
That's fine. Our Ansace is actually safe. We could play it back row, but it's a little bit...
What else could he have in here?
Ah, okay, I see the play, I see the play. So we just play Visigoth ranged row, right?
And we still hit that 1 in the back, right?
Or do we... Maybe we were supposed to play it... Yeah, I like Visigoth ranged row here. And then we just hold.
We kill one of the ones, right? It's free, right?
Is it... Yeah, sure.
Fight! Slay! Kill!
Because it still puts 2 engines on the board.
You shouldn't be able to answer this Visigoth. He spent his his removal combo, and he already played his Heat Wave and his Philippa. It should just live.
Triss. He had lightning.
How can I help?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 3.
It is.
So we got 4 damage. We can kill Triss.
If we remove Triss, and his next unit goes ranged row, then our Sabrina's not actually getting any better, is it?
No. So we just play Sabrina
So we could,
melee or ranged?
or we could take the opportunity to play Ansace ranged and kill the Triss, and then we just play the Sabrina. But if we do, no, a Sabrina could get really awkward if we do that. I think we shouldn't be greedy here. We should just take the Sabrina with the Revenant and float the charges.
Play it here.
Yeah, sure.
Battles are won or lost by the commanders, not by sorceresses.
We just hit the 3s.
No. I'd play around Bloody Baron here and not do anything.
So what's his last Mauler? Oh wow. Well, that's nice. Well, it gets us another unit.
Settle this amicably,
Yeah,
though.
and now it's just straightforward, right?
Do we just duel the Triss, right?
Yeah, we just we can either hit Triss. I'm not sure it matters too much. Yeah. Very nice, very nice.
Good game. Alright, let's try one more. Mobilization, huh?
Oh, okay,
Men
okay.
of Kedwen! Attack!
Foltest versus Hensel. It's not Foltest versus Hensel, it's Kalanth, right? But
Yeah.
it feels like it.
Yeah. Visually, it's there. Alright, so what are we dropping?
Alright. let's throw out a... Let's just kick the Elite. The Elite's a good top deck. It's the most solid top deck. We actually just don't want it in this hand, it's fine. And the Sergeant. So as far as bronzes go, the Sergeant can be good later with Visigodd, but right now it doesn't really do a whole lot.
Caraballista.
Okay, so he's obviously a siege deck, right?
So we just play the Troubadour? Or do we play the Guard?
So I'm just thinking, if we give him control of the game really easily, he could push us in round 2, which could be a problem. We have Draug, but we should definitely not give him the round for free. I think we just lead off with the Redanian Elite, get our engine down.
The Elite?
Oh, not the Elite, the yes, this guy, Redanian Knight.
Well, he just takes it out in one shot, though, right?
Okay, so we could play the Mauler instead. This is fine, though.
Smile, you blooded flip.
I see what you're saying. Like maybe try to get it to stick on a turn where he can't deal 2 damage. I see. Okay, so he's playing.
And he shields it.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. I mean, it's fine. I mean, we probably won't be able to win the round. He has
Maybe he's a Draug friend. Maybe he picked up on the...
No, I think some of them have just wisened up a little bit. At least when they're playing Mobilization. They're playing Forbidden Magic and Revenants so that they have an alternate leader target, right? Because it's probably a Redea deck.
Yeah. So probably just Troubadour on the Knight?
Sure, we could do that.
Or the Guard back row, but then he might get this to pop with a Ballista.
Troubadour seems okay.
Front row, huh?
Yeah. And we can protect this guy, yep.
That seems alright. I mean, we're only down 7. We really don't want to use the camel guys, though, right? The Vanguards. That's our Draug play.
It's kind of a shame he had that Forbidden Magic, because if he can actually get a lot of Revenant value going, we'll see. If he can get value from this Revenant, then he'll probably push us out quite quickly.
We go Knight.
I guess we play it. Sure, let's play it. If we don't play it now, it doesn't get any value.
Let's give up now.
So the other consideration was to somewhat save it, right? Because we invested 2 armor onto it. It's kind of like a gold card, but
Now, the only way to get armor on the Falcon was that card, correct?
yeah, I mean, we will just mulligan the Falcon away at this point.
Oof, there it is.
We retreat! We hide!
Yeah, and now he gets the Revenant value. Okay, so we do... If we did want to contest this round, we basically have to make a decision now. We either admit that we're not contesting this round, or we play something like Falibor or Philibur to shut down this Revenant. They seem kind of expensive, honestly, because I'm not actually sure.
He's played 4 gold cards, or 4 bronze cards. So.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like the best idea. I think we just play
one more card. Play the Guard.
Yeah, we could play the Guard ranged row probably.
If the king demands a head, I'll give him yours.
And if he passes here, then we have to play a gold card. But I think that's... Oh, we might be able to play this Caravan, right? No, we can't. We have to play a gold. It's fine though, I think. Last say and control of round 2 is pretty valuable, I think.
Definitely a Redea list.
Okay,
What? He got it again! Lucky bastard! So we're out, right?
Yeah, we're out. I mean, it's fine. I think this is kind of a scenario that will happen in this matchup when they get blue coin. They can quite likely either force you to pass or force you to overcome it, but...
Yeah, it's easy for them to get their engines to stick, especially if they're a tactical advantage friend or a shield friend.
Adalia would be really nice here.
Drop the PFI.
So we can kick the PFI. Visigoth's good. And now... Is the Archer actually good? Probably not.
Yeah, he's gonna have Trebs.
He's gonna have Trebs, and yeah, I'm not sure this card's that great.
That's good. That's a Redea smoker right there.
Hopefully he doesn't push too much here.
Kodak.
Hopefully he'll just take the long round, because if he pushes here when we don't have Adalia, we could get in trouble. Although, we're missing Adalia, but we do kind of have everything else, right? So
yeah, I was going to say, the rest of the hand's gold. So we just go elite?
Yeah, we just play the elite. And I think we try to... Despite some of our cards being ranged locked... Well, not ranged locked, but some of our cards would probably like to go ranged. Despite that, I think we try to stack the melee row in this matchup.
You don't think he's a caretaker friend, do you?
I mean, if he is...
It round one, though, right?
Maybe he didn't draw it. I mean, you shouldn't be playing caretaker mobilization. Like, if you really want to play caretaker, you should be playing Pincer maneuver, right?
So you can pull it. He's hovering on these cards. Gerald Axie.
Okay. It's a bit weird.
So where do we go?
It's strange that he's pushing here. Also, resetting this Redanian elite wasn't great. Why would you play Geralt Axie in Northern Realms? You've got Bloody Baron.
Right. This is more expensive too, right? Well, they're the same, but you get the bleed effect out of it.
Yeah, okay. Maybe he just can't afford Bloody Baron. Okay.
So where do we go with it? We go, do we just take the Redea now?
I think we could play something like Vincent here. I don't think it gets much better. Just to test him out, right?
Might not like me, but you sure as shit need me.
So we're sitting at 3. I think it gets a little bit dicey here if he keeps going, unless his...
It doesn't get... It's not so much that it gets dicey, it's just that when you're looking at cards like Redea, Falibor, Draug, Philippa, like, these cards, you could say that they're almost worth 2 cards, right? So we could have played Redea there to get ahead, right? But...
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Exactly. So
we're going Caravan, or do we play the Visigoth?
It's a very good question. There's arguments for both. We actually don't have our Adalia right now.
If we do draw Adalia, though, our hand is dead.
Let's get rid of the Caravan. Let's get rid of the Caravan. Because
we got to go ranged, right?
We can go either or. It's fine. The reason why I think we play Caravan here is because for the Caravan to actually be really good, we first need to draw Adalia, and then even then, we need to play them ranged so it spawns double copies, right?
Right.
And we don't really want to be playing ranged.
Yeah.
So I don't think
with the siege coming here real soon. So we kick the archer; it never lives, right?
I think we kick the Scytheman here, just because he's gonna be dealing heavy damage to our board, right? Okay, and now we could keep this, because giving the shield to the archers kind of nice.
That's good.
Like we could try to put all of our humans melee row, aside from the archers, right? The archers go ranged, and that's fine because they're engines. We don't really want to transform them anyway.
And that's what we lead with, Adalia Archer.
Adalia Archer, and then if he plays his siege,
He could fill up
play-
though.
he could fill it. It's not the. I mean, it's just. So we basically trade Adalia for Philippa then, right? But we trade down. Okay, so how would he do it? He'd deal 4 damage. I think we just do it, right?
Range. We could still play Adalia melee, right?
Play Adalia melee, right? We play everything melee apart from the archers. I think playing in the range row might be a big mistake.
Of which even the sages have not dreamt.
So he plays his engine, his siege engine. Do we have a way to kill the sieges?
The question is, does Philippa actually clear the board here? I don't think it does, right? 3.
It's one short.
No.
It's one short if it damages perfectly, I think. But still, if it kills the right ones.
Philippa will always leave the archer at 1 strength here. Right? Because he deals 4 damage to the Adalia, and then the 3 damage hits the shield, and then that leaves 3 damage.
Oh, I thought you meant on our end, killing his siege thing. Yeah, it's kind of a wasted Philippa then, huh?
So Philippa's a little bit awkward here for him.
Granted, though, we only get 1 ping with the archer, and then we lose the other 2 once it gets killed. Mauler.
Okay, Mauler. It's very. So I think he wants to take the shield off, right? But I don't think that's going to work out too well for him.
So what do we do?
So what would we be grabbing with our leader? We kind of drew most of the cards. Are we missing Baron, right? We're missing Baron and Stannis.
It's unfortunate this isn't 4. That would be great. We'd be in real good shape. Did we just take the Visigold for 1?
No. We could.
Oh, that's only 1.
We either play. I think we just play the other archer and just let it live, or we play the Ansace maybe. Both plays are fine.
Yeah, let's kill this.
On guard! A duel! To a duel I challenge thee!
So we got 3 pings here. How long does he wait on his scenario, though? He does have 9 cards in his deck. He might not have drew it.
So I think because we would have usually what you do is you boost the Ansace, right?
Right, with Redea.
But what we can do instead is actually play Redea melee row and give the shield and the boost to the archer that's in our hand.
Yeah.
Because giving these cards a shield is like a pretty big problem, honestly, for him.
Yeah, especially since it's sitting at 3. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Oh shit, here we go. 13 damage.
Shoot, so he's 13 damage. It's going to be pretty good.
So he has Shoop and Redea? Oh, he's got the Knight.
Oh, wait. Very
Boost
strange.
a random unit in your hand.
That was... I think he definitely should have gone for the mage there. Maybe he wasn't thinking about it. I think we either play the Redea here or we get the other archer down.
I think we do it. I think we go Redea and Greedy and just...
Go Redea?
Yeah.
Go Redea and just try to protect it? I like it, sure.
It might give him a good... we use the pings,
And do
though,
we-
right?
Boundless they are.
Maybe we don't get... So, okay, Ansace at 6 strength, can it kill it?
Yeah.
2, 4... It can. But it's not amazing. I think we'd maybe just use, like, 1 or 2 pings. Maybe just 1 ping, so we're not too greedy or something. I don't know. I think it's fine to hold. There's not much that kills this card efficiently. Moondust is the only card that kills it efficiently, I think.
He got rid of the shield. So now we put it on the other one?
So we play the fresh one, but I think we actually protect the one with the most charges accumulated, right?
We use this ping.
We can use this ping. We should probably knock the boost off the Philippa, because that could get... So we set the Philippa to 1, right? We just set the Philippa to 1. And then I think we just hold.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, damaging the shoot might be bad too, because it might just give him a nice...
A bloody
Yeah,
Baron,
because
right.
we're not going to have nothing that's boosted. So here comes his scenario.
Mm-hmm.
We dance. For young is the night.
So that's another ranged locked card. We definitely want to Draug the front row, despite the fact we've got another ranged locked card here. Maybe we were supposed to play more cards than the ranged, but we were trying to play it around the trebuchet, right? We thought he would have played a siege by now.
Right.
Um,
Get another boost for Visigold, play it on Adalia, or play it on the Archer. Play it on Adalia, it messes up his Falibor. Oh, he played Falibor, didn't he? No, he did not.
let's set up our own Falibor here, or yeah, or just maybe play the Philippa because you're roping a little bit. Kill the his Philippa, and then play your own. You won't low roll the damage. That's fine. We didn't low roll. I think we just hold here. Just save as much damage as possible.
There's a Falibor. We got 5 points. His siege tower is going to be pretty awkward. There's the Redea, so he's going to cover it up.
Beautiful is of fear, but of danger.
So now we could consider a play like leader onto the Falibor.
So we're going to go leader.
And leader, the Falibor, and then I think we just go straight into Draug. We bring the Stennis to hand. I think Stennis is the most valuable here for the Visigold.
And we go melee.
So yeah, we go front row. We go front row. We kill the shoot, and then we just slam the Draug. Like, we're not trying to get... And now he has a lot of things to... I wouldn't even take the charges here. Like, his main priority now is the Revenants, right?
Oh my god, the tech choice.
Arrakis Venom, okay.
Well, we still get one to roll, which is nice.
Yeah. We still get some to roll. So...
We played the Stennis, right? We played the Stennis. Boost this stuff so the Visigold's better.
So we get our we develop our fresh Revenant first, then we play the Stennis, right?
Yeah, that's true. All right, so 1.
So we want to use the damage Revenant. Use the damage Revenant.
And then just go here.
Range row.
Oh, I can't pull it back, can I?
If you right click, you can.
I'm not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trick.
There we go. We got it.
33.
Nice.
We're not going to get much value on the Glennis, though, the Sabrina.
Well,
Here we go.
here it comes. We will get some value, I think, because it's going to help. A lot of the machines go ranged row.
Alright. So do we take the Sabrina first, or do we go... Visigold? Wow, that was unlucky. We're going to start losing our green strength here.
Right. I think we just immediately go Visigold.
Let's see how many...
We just try to kill as many of the shields as possible. The machines as possible. So we definitely knock the shield off of the trebuchet. And now we probably set up a Revenant kill on the bat. And then we kill one of the trebuchets if we can. Or we set up the other Revenant kill, right? We set up the other Revenant kill.
Yeah, we got it.
Very nice.
We got it.
We got it. Okay.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. That'll work, sir. Mr. Green Knight, awesome job, sir. I love the creation. The Draug is back. I'm a huge fan. I missed it. I remember when it was in the monsters only card. So
yeah, those were the days, right? What was that deck Freddy brought to a tournament? It was Draug with was it Ruahin? I think it was Ruahin.
something like that, dude. There's been
Something
it's
like
crazy that this game's been around for 3 years, but people are just now getting into it. Thanks, Witcher Netflix.
Yeah.
But that's the video for today, guys. Once again, Mr. Green Knight, we appreciate you, sir. Good luck on season 2. We're definitely in your corner here, man. We want to see you on TV facing maybe some Freddy or something. But that's the ladder leverage this week, guys. Like always, check out teamleviathangamingtlg.com. Meta report maybe this week sometime, possibly.
I think we've got an update coming tomorrow from today's date. So yeah, look out for that.
Monday.
And
because this will come out on Monday. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, make sure you guys check that out. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys.
it was a pleasure. Thank you.
We appreciate you, sir. We'll see you guys next time.